Hey guys, so today we'll be doing a problem from lesson 2.3. The question reads, you investigate the 5 ramps below, measuring marble speed as they roll off each ramp. Select the graph that exhibits the speed at the bottom of the ramp versus the variable indicated. Be sure to explain each choice using specific ramp examples. So from the lab at the beginning of the lesson, we learned that speed correlates with height. So if we rank each of these ramps based on their height, then we can say that 1 has a height of 4, 2 has a height of 5, 3 has a height of 3, 4 has a height of 2, and 5 also has a height of 5. We know that the highest speed correlates with the highest height, so both 2 and 5 are ranked 1 because they have equal heights. And then the next would be a height of 4 for 1, that's 2, 3 would be 3rd, and 4 would be 4th. And from this ranking, we can see that there are only 4 points because there are only 4 different heights. And the only graphs with 4 points on them are E, B, and D. From what we know that the highest height correlates with the highest speed, so it cannot be D because it shows that the highest height has the lowest speed. So D is not correct. And the correct answer would be B because speed correlates with height in a square root type of way. Well, E seems to represent that it correlates with height in a almost exponential or polynomial sort of way, which is not correct. So the correct answer for A would be graph B. For B, we are determining speed versus slope. So if we take our rankings from before, we know that 2 and 5 have the highest speed, followed by 1, and then 3, and then 4. So we can use this to help us with this graph later. And now if we rank all of these ramps by slope, we can see that 1 has a slope of 1, 2 has a slope of 5 to 3, 3 has a slope of 3 to 1, so 3. 4 has a slope of 1 as well, and 5 has a slope of 5 to 2. So this is equal to 1.33, and this is equal to 2.5. So if you rank these by slope, we can see that both 4 and 1 are the lowest. Wait, no. Okay, so we can see that 3 has the highest slope, so we can rank that 1. 5 has the second highest, so that would be 2. 2 would have the third highest, so it would be 3, and 4 and 1 have the same slope, so they would be 4. Except in this case, they don't have the same speed, so they would be ranked, these 2 points would be on top of each other. So we know that this graph has 5 points, so it can't be E, B, and D. And we know that there are points on top of each other, so it cannot be G. From what we see here, the lowest slope would be the points that have two points on top of each other. So if we have a graph, so if we see a graph with the leftmost points that have the same slope, then that would be the correct graph, and that would be graph A. So the answer to B is A. And so for the last part, part C, we need to find the speed versus the base. So if we rank these ramps by base, we can see that 1 has a base of 4, 2 has a base of 3, 3 has a base of 1, and 4 and 5 both have a base of 2. So if we rank these, this would be the first, this would be second, both of these would be third, and this would be fourth, from right to left, being 1 is the most, and then 4 is like the leftmost one. Again, since these ramps both have the same base, we would see points on top of each other because they do not exhibit the same speed, but they do exhibit the same base. So if we're looking for a graph that represents these points, we don't have D, B, or E because it has 5 points. And it won't be G because we know that there are 2 points on top of each other. So it can either be A, F, C, or H. Since we also know that ramp 5 exhibits the highest speed, one of the points that are on top of each other has to exhibit the highest speed. So it can't be A, it can't be G, it can't be A, it can't be H. So it has to be between F and C. We also know that ramp 2 and ramp 5 share the same speed, so there should be 2 top speeds. So it can't be F because it only exhibits one of them as like one top speed. So the answer is C for part C.